You guys know who this one is, even though she's not blurry.
I'm not blurry today.
Rafi's Rambles, Rafi's Rambles,
Hola, you amazing artist, and welcome to a special Klee edition of Rafi's Rambles. I guess this would be Klee's Rambles?
Random facts presented by Klee Angeli.
Of course you would have the word facts in the title.
All that comes from this is facts. Alright guys, you asked for it. We're doing this video on light bulbs. Dun dun dun.
I am sorry, you guys. This is going to be the most boring video ever. Unless you are Aisling.
Who asked? Klee, please make a light bulb video. We basically don't have sun in Alaska half the year.
Alright, Aisling, you asked for it.
I'm sorry, and you're welcome. Okay, so I've tried a number of light bulbs, but basically I've tried three main types of light bulbs in different wattages and color settings. And today we're not talking about crazy expensive, like I'm a professional photographer and I spent $400 on this bulb.
You said bulb.
Bulb. Anyway, I'm talking about I'm an artist and I need to go to Home Depot or on Amazon and get a bulb that doesn't cost $1 million that's gonna make my pictures look pretty. I have opinions. Get ready.
Right, and this is for photographing your art or your jewelry or anything that you have. These are the light bulbs that you would use. Obviously, I still recommend natural lighting, but since Alaska doesn't have natural lighting for half the year, this video is going to be really good for you.
So the first two things I want to mention really quick are color temperature, like warm versus daylight, and CRI, which is the color rendering index. Exciting.
Color rendering index.
Yeah.
Not Cruel Real Instigator.
No, that's a different show. So pretty much no matter what bulb you go with, you want daylight or cool. You don't want that warm, weird, kind of dingy thing happening. It's good for setting the mood, you know, but not so good for photography. CRI, or color rendering index, is how well a bulb renders colors compared to the sun, which is 100% CRI.
Okay, so you want the CRI to be a high number.
Yeah, the CRI is important because basically it's how well it represents the colors that you see, which are super important for artwork and for jewelry. If you want something to look vibrant like you're looking at it with the human eye in daylight, you want a CRI of 100 or close to 100.
Okay.
So the first bulb is the CFL or pigtail bulb, which CFL is compact fluorescent lighting. Yeah.
You know, in the other video, you didn't call it CFL. You called it
CLF. They're pretty cheap to buy. They're energy efficient. They last a long time, usually, unless you drop them on the floor. Lately, they have been getting better with their color rendering. Most of these guys have a CRI of about 80. It's okay, it's not great. You really want like 85 to 90 at least CRI. The cons of these bulbs is they're real stupid looking. They kind of make dingy overtones in your photos. And if you drop one on the floor, they contain mercury, so like you're supposed to, like if you have carpet and you drop it and it breaks on carpet, you're supposed to like remove that piece of carpet from your home.
Which, let's be honest, none of us ever do that.
No one's ever called anyone because they broke one of these.
That's why even Klee holding this bulb right now is making me really nervous. Maybe I should.
Yeah, you could just go ahead and take that.
Yeah.
So these are 45 watt CFL pigtail bulbs.
Pigtail.
That's a technical term.
Yeah, pigtail. It's the round tubey thing.
And I'm taking the picture, and there's kind of an overall dinge, I don't know what else to call it, about this kind of lighting. But you get pretty good color representation. The last con with these bulbs is that no matter what wattage I got, it just never seemed to light up the light box as much as I wanted it to. It was always kind of grayish, dull looking. This is definitely my last choice, but still a workable option if you need lighting.
Yeah, these are what's actually behind the camera. So it's not the greatest lighting, but it's better than not having any lighting.
We're not rendered in full color.
No, we're not.
Okay, the next bulb on our list is the LED bulb, which has come a long way recently. A couple of years ago, people were like, what? I'm going to pay $20 for an LED bulb and it's going to suck.
They're not as expensive and they're pretty good. the entire studio is lit up by LED bulbs.
This is middle ground. It does a pretty good job. This, I think, is the equivalent of like a 60-watt bulb, which for my purposes, I don't think is bright enough, but it was the next best step. Pros of these, they're energy efficient. They don't use much power. They don't cost as much as they used to. They have a color rendering index of 90 plus these days, which is pretty darn good. It's pretty close to a normal light bulb. They last a very long time. So now we're using a couple of energy efficient daylight LED bulbs, which, just kind of like the CFLs, they're not really that bright, and I found that even the higher wattages don't really improve the brightness. But the weirdest thing are these alien spaceship lines that happen.
Which is so weird. Alien spaceship
Yeah,
lines.
for some reason the iPhone reads this kind of lighting as like waves of dark and light. I guess I would call these alien bulbs because they make these weird alien spaceship lines across the screen. If you have an SLR camera, probably it doesn't do that. I don't know. But I'm shooting with an iPhone for everything, and so it has these very bizarre... Really, the only drawback to this bulb, aside from it not being quite as bright as I would like it to be, is that, I don't know if this happens with all cameras, but when you're shooting with an iPhone, you get these weird alien spaceship lines that move across your screen.
That's
at varying rates. Sometimes they're fast. It doesn't like it at all. Now, I found that the further away from the light box you move the lamp, the better it is, but then you're losing light source. But if you need a good bulb that's energy efficient and not very expensive, you can work with this.
These are the ones that I use. As you can see from my photography thing, I use 100-watt LED bulbs, and I believe they make 120-watt LED bulbs now, which are slightly brighter.
And the final bulb on my list...
Actually, you know what? You've got this video thing going, so I'm just going to go and work while you do the video.
No, you don't.
No,
you don't
I'll
get to
see you
just
later.
walk away.
I get to be blurry in the background.
Well, then you better say funny things.
I'm not funny.
This is ridiculous. Ooh, this bulb matches my shirt, kinda.
Will you get to work?
Okay, the final bulb on our list, and the one that I am currently using at the moment, is a regular incandescent halogen bulb. Usually only came in a color temperature of warm, which was not that great for photography. This variety, which is full spectrum, and the way they achieve full spectrum is to actually infuse the glass with neodymium, which is cool and sciencey. That is about as close to sunlight as you can possibly get. It's definitely alien technology.
Is that what they use in Dyson vacuums?
Yes, and computers.
So you could vacuum with your light bulb?
Probably. So the pros of this bulb is 100 CRI, great color rendering, and a nice cool tone, and they light up the light box really well. So these guys are pretty bright, which is great. You don't need to have them right butt up against your light box or whatever you're photographing. And actually, a photographer friend of ours told us that you should have these pretty far away from your light box or your piece of art to get the best lighting scenario. So with my light box, I pull them as far away as I can get while still lighting up the tent, which means I can't actually see the bulb through the mesh.
You know that's what she said.
That is probably what she said. So these are great bulbs, and these are the ones I go with. A couple cons of this bulb is they run about $15 to $20 a piece for a bulb.
It's still not bad, though.
It's not $400. They have a typical lifespan of a typical bulb, which is not as long as LED or pigtail bulbs. They get super duper hot, these bulbs.
Yeah, girl. Bulb gets super duper
This
hot.
bulb gets hot for you. Never ever touch this bulb when it's been on more than 2 seconds because it will burn your life. So these are halogen bulbs, which have the best color rendering index, meaning they represent true life colors the best, except halogen bulbs tend to cast a warm hue unless you get full spectrum bulbs, like these guys.
Do you have to wait for them to, like, brighten up? Or...
Yeah, when you first turn them on, they're like... and then they kind of get to their color temperature after about 30 seconds.
So they power on.
They power on. A picture taken with the halogen. No alien spaceship lines, that's good. Pretty good color rendering. And it's not casting any kind of weird colors They're not energy efficient, obviously, but this particular bulb is the Chromolux 100 watt full spectrum bulb, and it does a really good job. So this is my current choice. You in Alaska, they make you happy to be near them.
Can you tan with that?
No, you can't tan, but you can stand by it like you're a lizard under a heat lamp.
Well, awesome.
And that's it. That's my assessment of the 3 main types of bulbs you can get. Always go for daylight, always go for high CRI, and if you can splurge on these Bad Larrys, they're pretty good.
All right, guys, give Clee a round of applause.
Thank you so much for listening to me babble about light bulbs.
Thank you, Aisling. So that's it. We're done with the light bulb
We're done.
lesson.
That's it.
Okay.
Unless
That's it. That's it. If you guys have any questions about life or art or anything else, really, even light bulbs, please don't ask about light bulbs.
I think we're probably done with
Yeah.
light bulbs.
You can leave them in the comment section below. Thank you so much for watching, you guys. You guys are so freaking awesome. I totally adore you. And if you like this and you want to watch more like this, just click right over here to subscribe. And that's it, you guys. Say goodbye, Clee.
Good day.
Adios.